Hello. See a few people in here. How are you guys doing tonight? Took me a bit to get things set up after I created the live. It's always something to change. Let's see, I'll start a poll. See if anybody comes in. Hope everybody's doing well tonight. Current bitrate is 0. That's odd. Hello, how are you doing? Hello, I see people starting to come in. Oh, hi John, how are you tonight? Oh, hi Manuel. See a bunch of people coming in. How are you guys doing tonight? Oh, did you? Hi, Nellie. It was a random thought because I like to have a little poll to get people talking about stuff, and I'm always trying to think of what to poll people on. And I don't myself have oh, thank you, Manuel, have a prayer closet, but, you know, I pray just everywhere I am, and if I need to be alone, I'll just come in and lock my bedroom door. Is the volume okay? It's on a different speaker now. It's on one monitor instead of the laptop. Okay, bye John. Thanks for stopping in. Hi, Mr. Sir. That's funny. I call my kids Mr. Sir and Little Sir. You have a prayer altar, Nellie? What's that like? When I was younger, I used to be super eloquent in prayer, and I was studying praying the names of God, you know, and I would, you know, just have these really spirit fueled and filled prayers, and I was well spoken. And now my brain fog gets in the way. I'm not so eloquent, but also I kind of wonder if I don't know, I question myself, like, were those prayers, you know, not bad, but not good. I wasn't doing it for attention. It was just I was well spoken and eloquent, and So, I don't know. Just a random thought. Let's see. It's just my Bible across a candle I have from church and a doll that represents my culture. I think my prayer is the most powerful there for some reason. I don't know how. It's just I'm more focused there. Okay, that's good. At any rate, if anybody needs prayer, feel free to let me know. And if you're not wanting to be out loud or not wanting to talk about it, you can just drop the praying hands emoji and I will pray for you silently. And God knows your need. I don't have to, but I am here if you want to listen and chat about it as well. Wow, 60% don't have a prayer closet. That means 40% do. That's interesting. I just don't have the space for it, if I'm honest. But like I said, I just talk to God all throughout my day. What did you do today, Nellie? And how's everybody's day been? Oh, and what time is it where you're at? It is 11:35 here. I'm in Washington State, for those who don't know. The visual, Fluffy? I like your name, DJ Big Fluffy. I love it. Is it the visual or the song? Actually, I just heard what you're talking about. I think that one, the two keys that are hit in a row, kind of sounds like that. Yeah, what I'm playing in the background right now is just one of my videos. It's like a go to sleep fast kind of thing. But you can find that in my ASMR playlist. I'm not super big on ASMR, but I know some people are, and I do feel like some of the ASMR kind of toes the line of being kind of pagan or something, and also tends to, in my opinion, get sexual. I've seen some stuff, and even when they're acting like it's innocent, it's just got kind of a, I have discernment, and I call it my spidey senses are going off, you know. So I like to create some ASMR that's more on the Christian side of things, where it is really just for that certain sound input, and mine is usually more of the like nature sounds, where it's birds or like, you know, a babbling brook, and sometimes it's just music. Because when my kids were little, and even now, I used to try and find like the longest lullaby videos that I could, that had calming pictures and nice music that would help them get to sleep, because all four of my boys have insomnia. They were diagnosed by doctors, and it's been a ride with the sleep situation at my house for all 17 years of it. But and then I started thinking, well, why don't I do some of those videos? And because a lot of times the pictures will be too vivid. Oh, slime ASMR. You mean like that sound that slime makes? Oh, see, I have misophonia, and that would just really bug me. See, the slime to me sounds a lot like when they're doing this. Let me see. The smacking. Ugh. Any of those kind of sounds. Like I can't handle it. I have to really pray for the Holy Spirit to help me with my self-control when that kind of sound comes on. I can't stand it when like cats and dogs are licking themselves or eating food, or people are noisy with their food. Not my bag, yo. But to each their own. And as long as, you know, it isn't inappropriate, then I think it can be okay. I'm really just kind of rambling. But that's kind of what we do around here, huh, Nellie? Oh, I think Kenny wants to do a mukbang, Nellie. I said I can't be a part of that because you know I'd be one of those women, real big women. I mean, I'm not like super plus size or anything, but I'm a big woman, and I would be one of the ones that died on screen during a mukbang. That's happened a few times, and I'm always like, could not be me, because I can't sit there and eat in front of a camera. Oh, listen, Nellie, I think that people choose to be offended a lot of the times. You can think something's disgusting. Like, it could be, you know, cinnamon rolls, and they can be disgusting to you without me thinking that's offensive, or you know what I mean. But with mukbangs generally, you do hear their mouth sounds, and I can't handle it. But Kenny just wants to do it, I think, to just pig out. I don't know. I'm pretty sure he's the one that was telling me that. Let me message him really quick. He's out in his room. Yes, exactly, Fluffy. We are. We're all different, and that's okay in most ways. There's certain kinds of different that just ain't okay, you know what I'm saying? But most of the time, we are our own unique individuals, and that's okay. Yeah, see, I'd have to put it on mute and put it on like 2 times speed just so I could get through and see like what they're eating to get meal ideas. Oh, a mukbang is those videos where people sit and they have a ton of food and they eat just all this different food. Now, I think we've all had a personal mukbang here and there, right? Where we just pig out. I actually used to do, I'd call it a smorgasbord, where, you know, you're not sure what you're in the mood for, or you're in the mood for a little bit of this from somewhere and a little bit of this from somewhere else. And I'm sure we've all been on those streets and towns. I'm sure every actual city has one, but where all the fast food restaurants are in a row. So we'd go to like Taco Bell and get a couple tacos, and then we'd go to McDonald's and get a burger or whatever, and then we'd go to here, there, everywhere, wherever we like the fries, we'd get that, you know what I mean? And then the dessert somewhere else. And that's always nice when you're with somebody, because people don't, or restaurants generally don't have like mini things. And of course, everything's expensive now, so this would be totally out of the question anyway. But, you know, if you're with somebody, you can split a fry and split a this and that, and then each get your burger or entree from somewhere. Avocado guy, I don't think I'm familiar with an avocado guy. Does he eat avocados? I know there's one lady I've been seeing a lot that I don't know what exactly her deal is, but she always puts mustard on stuff, and it's some kind of a diet that she's doing. So she puts mustard on everything, and she's always eating like a big sausage and I think cottage cheese with mustard and stuff. That's always kind of strange, but she always eats in front of the camera, and I don't know. Yeah, Fluffy, that's what, you know, I mean, it's not like an all the time thing. I mean, now can barely afford to eat out ever, but especially when you have 4 kids. 4 boys, and they all have hollow legs, except for my littlest one. He's not a big eater yet, but the other ones, goodness. I mean, it used to be you could feed yourself, your whole clique, you know, all your friends. Whoever had money, you know, you trade off who having money, and then you could all get enough to eat and hang out. And now it's ridiculous. You can't even really afford fast food for one person. But it is fun. I'd like to have that kind of a restaurant where you just have a bunch of different stuff, kind of like a buffet, only not a buffet, because who wants people's fingers all up and everything, right? Hello everybody coming in. How are you doing tonight? We're just hanging out, chit-chatting. Right now we're talking about food. That comes up quite often on my lives, though. Well, love to you too. God bless. How are you doing tonight? Everything is expensive, Fluffy. You're so right. It's atrocious, the price of things these days. So, a lot of times we play Bible Trivia, or I will put on the Bible Randomizer, and it's just a site that shuffles through all the chapters of the Bible, and then when someone says stop, I click stop and read the chapter it gives us. Or trivia, or we can just hang out and talk too, which we kind of talk through everything anyway, but let me see. Oh wow, we got more votes and it's still 67% no and 33% yes. So still more close on the no. Or actually a little more so on the no. Do you guys have kids, or are you kids yourself? You know, you never know who you're talking to on the internet, right? But I also, for those that are interested, I have a Discord server. The link is in my channel description. And sometimes I'll be on there in the lounge and people can get on there and do a voice call, so their voice is also on the live. We'll do that when we have a topic, or a lot of times during my prophecy Bible study that I do on Tuesdays every week. I'm going to pop in onto the live myself so that I can get an idea of how the sound... Oh, there's some waves for you. That doesn't sound great on my speaker. Let's see, I've got it open on my phone. I want to see what the delay is. Oh, not bad at all. It sounds like the volume of the Music is really low though. Let's see. Maybe I'll turn it up a wee bit. There, we'll see how that is. You guys let me know if it gets too loud or anything. %71 now on the prayer closet. Yeah, I have the sound set to one of my monitors instead of on the laptop. And it sounds a little gravelly or something to me. Yeah, it's like it sounds like the speaker's not real good. It's kind of rattly or something. I think I'll change my sound settings. Oops. Okay, let me see. Oh, I don't have USB speakers. So where? A golden doodle dog? I've heard they're a lot. Like, they're expensive and they're also just like a lot to deal with, the type of dog they are. And I think the grooming is a big situation. I don't know what happened to one of my sounds. It has, or one of my speakers has gone away. No, I don't want to add a device. I just want the device I already had. Okay, here's the all sound devices. There we go. Okay, this might get loud in a second. Or maybe not. It's not. Oh, I don't know why it's saying USB. It's not a USB. It's in my actual laptop. Why is it not giving me sound? Oh, here, let's try this one. Yeah, for some reason it says it's disabled. Here we go. Okay, so let's try this. This might wake you up. Okay. So why isn't it playing now? Says it's working and all should be well. So why isn't it making the sound of the video? Oops, that's not what I wanted. Interesting. Oh, Steven's talking in his sleep again. I'm gonna call in the professional. Let's see. Literally calling in the professional. Calling the professional. Yep, the professional is not answering. Oh, hey, you are on live with me here.
Hello.
This is Kenneth.
Hello, people.
My speakers on my laptop will no longer work. And I don't know why. Can you come and fix it, please? It'll work just fine on the monitor, but not on the laptop. And I did the test and everything, so I'm sure there's some setting I dinked around with too much. This one says default, even though I put it not allow. Okay, and you are in the room.
Hello.
The professional has arrived. See it, look, when the video is playing right now. Yeah, there's no sound.
In OBS, is it saying that there is? It is.
I know the sound is actually happening because when it's on that monitor it works.
Oh, wait.
But I wanted to put the sound back on my laptop.
Yeah. Here, hold on.
Turn that off because it'll make echo.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
This is system sound. Oh, what did you do?
So here, I should probably show you this. With audio devices, this is your volume. Next to your volume is always going to be a select sound output. This will show you all your output devices.
Yeah, right, but I'm in that here. System sound, all sound devices.
Let's see.
And whatever I did in there, it didn't make that work. What is spatial sound?
I don't think from this. I think if you have like a special kind of like boombox setup where you have a mixer and different surround sound stuff.
Wanting to make it so that the sound is split between my laptop and that monitor, but I can't seem to make that work.
Yeah, I think that to do something like that, you'd need to have a mixer, like a separate whole thing. You could probably get one for $20, but it really wouldn't be worth it.
Okay. All right.
It'd probably be better to just get speakers on their own that you can use to... But you might need to get a USB splitter if you want to have the mouse, the microphone, the everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if you ever have problems with that, or even problems on here, that's what I'm doing every time I'm fixing it. I'm just moving around between the different devices, seeing if one of them outputs audio, if one of them starts making audio happen in OBS.
Yeah.
They're audio output and input devices. This is an input device. The microphone speaker in here is an output device. So is the speaker in the screen. They'll show up there. If they don't show up, then it means that there's something wrong with the connection rather than something wrong with the audio itself.
Okay. Look, I asked if they have a prayer closet. 7 votes and 71% no, but some people apparently do have a prayer closet. Let's see what they're saying in the comments.
I think having a little prayer space would be cool, but I feel like just a room is nice as long as it's quiet.
Yeah, well, I just don't have the space. I just come in and close and lock the door if I need that.
Yeah.
Select the button you click to call a flight attendant on a plane. Yeah, that little chime is okay. The one for the monitor, though, it does a loud screech kind of thing, so I was worried. Bye-bye, thank you. Oh, never mind. I thought there was something else. Yes, the professional has helped. So, how is the music volume now? Here. Now I'm going to have a mukbang because I'm going to have a piece of banana cream cake or whatever this is. But I will try my darndest to not let you hear me because I would be mortified, I think. See. I'm always worried about leaving dead air. That's why I like to have the music on there too, but let's see. I think I will bring up some Bible trivia. Let's see. I'm going to make this smaller so I can see. Expert level, because we'll see if we can get some really good hard ones. Okay. Let's see, it's giving me the same. Looks like it's just me and you tonight, Nellie. Oh, somebody else is popping in. How are you doing tonight? I was pulling up some Bible trivia questions. Okay, so I think some of these are probably ones we've had before, but that's okay. Let me see, I want to do some hashtags in the comment section here. And I will type out my questions as I say them too. That way people can read them later when they come in. Okay. So which king consulted physicians instead of the Lord and died from a foot disease? Sorry, excuse me. Okay, so which king consulted physicians instead of the Lord and died from a foot disease? Was it Hezekiah, Asa, Jehoshaphat, or Uzziah? Yeah, I mean, I know Angel's not in here right now, but usually somebody occasionally needs them repeated. No, it was not Jehoshaphat. So which king consulted physicians instead of the Lord and died from a foot disease? Was it Hezekiah, Asa, or Uzziah? Hello to those just coming in. I actually need to put the question in that one as well. Oops. And I will repeat the question. Which king consulted physicians instead of the Lord and died from a foot disease? Nope, it was not Uzziah, Nellie. So was it Hezekiah or Asa? The hint is early trust in God, but slipped later. Nope, the answer is Asa. Okay, here's the next one. Who prophesied naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign against Egypt and Cush? Was it Jeremiah, Isaiah, Ezekiel, or Amos? Who prophesied naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign against Egypt and Cush? It was not Amos. So was it Jeremiah, Isaiah, or Ezekiel? The hint is not your typical wardrobe for a prophet. Who prophesied naked and barefoot for 3 years as a sign against Egypt and Cush? It is not Ezekiel. So was it Jeremiah or Isaiah? Excuse me. Do you want the answer? I mean, I guess one more guess either gets it or tells us, right? So. Okay, so the answer in that one is Isaiah. What is the only psalm attributed to Moses? I don't think we've had that question before. Is it Psalm 77, 90, 104, or 8? The only psalm attributed to Moses. Nope, it is not 8. The hint is it begins with, Lord, you have been our dwelling place. Yes, 90 is correct. Good job. Who pulled Jeremiah out of the cistern? I will type that in the comments as well. Was it Baruch, Hananiah, Abed-Melech, or Gedaliah? You remind me of Batman in the Lego movie. First try. We say that all the time around here. If we miss something a few times, we'll be like, first try as soon as we get it. Abed-Melech. Yeah, it's Ebed-Melech. Good job. So, who wore a yoke to illustrate submission to Babylon? And I will put it in the comments. Was it Zephaniah, Micah, Jeremiah, or Haggai? Oh, I love Charlie Kirk. He stays in my Facebook Reels feed. I love that he stays calm, but he's still just like says it like it is, and it's great. It is not Zephaniah. So is it Micah, Jeremiah, or Haggai? The hint is another prophet broke it dramatically. Yeah. I had already followed Turning Point. In fact, they may be who brought him through my feed. Nope. So the answer is Jeremiah. Jeremiah wore a yoke to illustrate submission to Babylon. Who had 70 sons riding on 70 donkeys? Man, 70. I have 4. And that's crazy sometimes. So was it Abdon, Jer, Ibzan, or Elon that had 70 sons riding on 70 donkeys? Yeah, I think he's really helpful. You didn't learn a lot about politics growing up? It's not Elon, but that's funny. Yeah, I knew exactly what you meant. So, who had 70 sons riding on 70 donkeys? It was not Elon, so was it Abdon, Jer, or Ibzan? And the hint is he judged Israel and lived in the hill country of Ephraim. For those just coming in, the question is, who had 70 sons riding on 70 donkeys? Was it Abdon, Jair, or Ibzan? Because we've already ruled out Elon. Yeah, 100%, Nelly. I didn't get a lot of it growing up either, I guess, but or in school. Nope, the answer is actually Abdon. Okay, so our next question is, who killed a lion in a pit on a snowy day? And I will give you the options as soon as I put the question down in the comments. Was it Joab, Benaiah, Abishai, or Asahel who killed a lion in a pit on a snowy day? Daniel is not one of the options. Let me see. Doing some dinking with the settings again here. There we go. Nope, it was not Abisahel or Asahel, I think. Asahel? Okay, so who killed a lion in a pit on a snowy day? Was it Joab, Benaiah, or Abishai? The hint is one of David's most elite warriors. No, it was Benaiah. So, who rebuilt Jericho and lost his sons in the process? Oh yeah, Riley Gaines she's really coming up. So was it Hiel, Omri, Jehu, or Shalom who rebuilt Jericho and lost his sons in the process? No, not Omri. So was it Hiel, Jehu, or Shalom? Yeah, what do you think of Candace Owens? I used to like her. In fact, some years back, I was saying if she ran for office, I'd vote for her, but something has changed with her recently. Really? She's gotten really into gossip, and also she's definitely into, like, what do you call it, conspiracy theories, and that's no big deal, but I just, some of the stuff, like right now, how she's going after the president of France, and how she thinks his wife is a man. She's really hell-bent on that, and I'm not sure, like, why it's such a big deal. but I haven't followed it a lot either. It's just that, I mean, they're suing her over it, and they already lost a lawsuit. It was thrown out because they said there was no defamation. And usually if there's no defamation, it means what the people are saying is true. So everybody surmised that that means she was right, that the wife is a man, but I don't know. So I just don't know why there's such a big deal about it. But I used to really like her, and now she's just kind of changed. So who rebuilt Jericho and lost his sons in the process? We already learned it's not Omri. So is it Hiel, Jehu, or Shalom? Yeah, the gossiping is it's kind of odd. She kind of went into kind of like rag mag type of stuff for a while. I haven't seen so much of that lately, but she's been kind of all consumed with the conspiracy theory stuff. And I don't know what's true or what isn't, because the stuff that she's talking about, I just have no idea. I'd never even seen the president of France or his wife before, so I haven't a clue. Let's see, have you heard of Brett Cooper? She quit the Daily Wire a few months. Yes, Brett Cooper. I love Brett Cooper. I was so glad when she finally brought her own YouTube out. And no, the answer is Hiel. Hiel is who rebuilt Jericho and lost his sons in the process. And the next question is, which prophet rebuked King Jehoshaphat for helping wicked Ahab? And I'll give you the multiple choice once I put the question down in the comments. So again, which prophet rebuked King Jehoshaphat for helping wicked Ahab? Was it Nathan, Jehu son of Hanani, Micaiah, or Elijah? Yeah, she does seem very sweet. And she's super into her farm homesteading kind of life. And, you know, she's pregnant now. I'm sure you know that. She's gorgeous, too. Oh, yeah. Yeah, she's quite pregnant now. She also has signed on with Fox News, I think, as a commentator, like a regular commentator. Which prophet rebuked King Jehoshaphat for helping wicked Ahab? Was it Nathan, Jehu, Micaiah, or Elijah? Yeah, she is. I think they've only been married like a year, but I could be wrong about that too. I don't keep up on people's personal lives much. Oh wow, we got 100% on a yes for having a prayer closet in the other live. That's cool. Okay, so the hint on this question is his father had also rebuked a king. And the question was, which prophet rebuked King Jehoshaphat for helping wicked Ahab? Was it Nathan, Jehu, Micaiah, or Elijah? And the answer was not Elijah. And again, the hint was his father had also rebuked a king. It is Jehu. Jehu, son of Hanani. Okay, the next question is, which book contains a riddle about eagles and cedar trees? I'll give you the option as soon as I put it in the comments here. Was it Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, or Zechariah? I'll repeat the question for those just coming in. Which book contains a riddle about eagles and cedar trees? Is it Jeremiah, Ezekiel, Isaiah, or Zechariah? Oh, you guessed it. I didn't see your comment come through at first. Yes, the answer is Ezekiel. So the next Bible trivia question is... get it down in the comments here. Which king was denied burial with the kings and compared to a donkey? Ouch. Let me see. The options are Manasseh, Amon, Jehoiakim, or Zedekiah. Which king was denied burial with the kings and compared to a donkey? Oh, more people just coming in, so I'll repeat it again. Which king was denied burial with the kings and compared to a donkey? Manasseh, Amon, Jehoiakim, or Zedekiah? Do some emojis down here too. Now you got me wanting to do emojis. Let me see. Something new. Oh, I'll do my favorite combos, I guess. Here we go. Let's see. Manasseh sounds right. It is not Manasseh. So is the king that was denied burial with the kings and compared to a donkey Amon, Jehoiakim, or Zedekiah? And the hint is his death fulfilled a harsh prophecy. Lay down, baby.
Sorry. Yes.
Do you go potty?
Yes.
Talking in your sleep. Relax. I love you. Okay, so which king was denied burial with the kings and compared to a donkey? We already established that it's not Manasseh, so is it Amon, Jehoiakim, or Zedekiah? Jehoiakim, and you are correct, and it's spelled Jehoiakim, Jehoiakim. Okay, so on to the next question. Let me see. Who fasted for 3 days before going to the king uninvited? Oh, I'm not even going to give them multiple choice because I'll bet you'll know this one. I'll get the multiple choice here in a minute, though, if you don't. Who fasted for 3 days before going to the king uninvited? Was it Judith, Esther, Deborah, or Hannah? Yes. For those just coming in, who fasted for 3 days before going to the king uninvited? Was it Judith, Esther, Deborah, or Hannah? Nope, it is not Hannah. And neither was it Jesus. The hint is, she said, if I perish, I perish. Another hint, there's a good VeggieTales about it. Who fasted for 3 days before going to the king uninvited? It was not Hannah, so was it Judith, Esther, or Deborah? The hint being, she said, if I perish, I perish. Nope. Nope, it was Esther. Have you read the story of Esther? Okay, so which psalm is the shortest chapter in the Bible? Is it 23, 117, 119, or 131? The shortest chapter in the Bible. Which psalm is the shortest chapter in the Bible? Oh, you haven't? It's a good one. Nope, it's not 131. Which psalm is the shortest chapter in the Bible? The hint is just 2 verses long. Was it 23, 117, or 119? Yes, 117. That is correct. Which high priest was killed with 85 priests by Saul's order? Was it Abiathar, Ahimelech, Zadok, or Phinehas? Which high priest was killed with 85 priests by Saul's order? Samuel isn't an option. It's either Abiathar, Ahimelech, Zadok, or Phinehas. And the hint is his son escaped and later served David. Oh, you weren't listening to the options. The options were, let's see, which high priest was killed with 85 priests by Saul's order? Was it Abiathar, Ahimelech, Zadok, or Phineas? Oh, I see. You're saying... Never mind. It was not Phineas. The hint is his son escaped and later served David. So was it Abiathar, Ahimelech, or Zadok? For those just coming in, which high priest was killed with 85 priests by Saul's order? Was it Abiathar, Ahimelech, Zadok? We already found out it is not Phineas. His son escaped and later served David. Nope, it's not Zadok. It is Ahimelech. Do you want me to read Esther? I could read Esther since we're sitting here. Might as well. Let me get my Bible open. Okay, so BibleGateway.com. Oh, no, I did not change that. I'll read it in New King James for you, because I know that's the one you like. Okay. Let me get a drink first. Okay. Esther chapter 1, New King James Version. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This was the Ahasuerus who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia. I'm going to pull up the pronunciation of this, just so I don't keep hashing it. Okay. Ahasuerus. Wow. I'm going to need like you to say that out loud, because that doesn't help. Let's see.
Ahasuerus.
Ahasuerus. Okay. That's helpful. Okay, so Esther chapter 1. Now it came to pass in the days of Ahasuerus. This was the Ahasuerus who reigned over 127 provinces from India to Ethiopia. In those days when King Ahasuerus, I think I pronounced it wrong again, sat on the throne of his kingdom, which was in Shushan, the citadel, that in the 3rd year of his reign he made a feast for all his officials and servants, the powers of Persia and Media, the nobles and the princes of the provinces being before him, when he showed the riches of his glorious kingdom and the splendor of his excellent majesty for many days, 180 days in all. And I'm actually going to pop this in the title that we're reading Esther. Hang on just a sec. Okay. One more. All right. And when these days were completed, the king made a feast lasting 7 days for all the people who were present in Shushan the citadel, from great to small, in the court of the garden of the king's palace. I don't know why the music suddenly got way louder. There. And when these days were completed, the king made a feast lasting 7 days for all the people who were present in Shushan the citadel, from great to small, in the court of the garden of the king's palace. There were white and blue linen curtains fastened with cords of fine linen and purple on silver rods and marble pillars, and the couches were of gold and silver on a mosaic pavement of alabaster, turquoise, and white and black marble. Huh. Okay. And they served drinks in golden vessels, each vessel being different from the other, with royal wine in abundance, according to the generosity of the king. In accordance with the law, the drinking was not compulsory, for so the king had ordered all the officers of his household that they should do according to each man's pleasure. Oh, do you? Hey, Angel. Yeah, I actually have a friend who calls me Huck. That's my nickname. Uh-oh, looks like we're having streaming issues, but what is new, right? I don't know what its problem is now. I hope you're having a good night at work. Okay, let me see. I'm not sure what its deal is, but I'll try and fix it once again. Try this. See if that does it. It's funny you came in and said that right as I was changing the title. Okay. Queen Vashti also made a feast for the women in the royal palace, which belonged to King Ahasuerus. I forgot again already. Ahasuerus. On the 7th day, when the heart of the king was merry with wine, he commanded Mehuman, Biztha, Harbona, Bigtha, Abagtha, Zathar, and Carcass. What a name, Carcass. 7 eunuchs who served in the presence of King Ahasuerus to bring Queen Vashti before the king wearing her royal crown in order to show her beauty to the people and the officials, for she was beautiful to behold. But Queen Vashti refused to come at the king's command brought by his eunuchs. Therefore the king was furious, and his anger burned within him. Then the king said to the wise men who understood the times, for this was the king's manner toward all who knew law and justice, those closest to him being Karshina, Shethar, Admatha, Tarshish, Meres, Marcina, and Memucan, the 7 princes of Persia and Media, who had access to the king's presence and who ranked highest in the kingdom. What shall we do to Queen Vashti according to law, because she did not obey the command of King Ahasuerus? I'm going to call him A-Dog. Brought to her by the eunuchs. And Memucan answered before the king and the princes, Queen Vashti has not only wronged the king, but also all the princes and all the people who are in all of the provinces of King Ahasuerus. Ahasuerus. For the queen's behavior will become known to all women, so that they will despise their husbands in their eyes when they report King Ahasuerus commanded Queen Vashti to be brought in before him, but she did not come. This very day, the noble ladies of Persia and Media will say to all the king's officials that they have heard of the behavior of the queen. Thus there will be excessive contempt and wrath. If it pleases the king, let a royal decree go out from him, and let it be recorded in the laws of the Persians and the Medes? Or Medes, I've just been saying Medes, so that it will not be altered, that Vashti shall come no more before King Ahasuerus, and let the king give her royal position to another who is better than she. When the king's decree which he will make is proclaimed throughout all his empire, for it is great, all wives will honor their husbands, both great and small. And the reply pleased the king and the princes, and the king did according to the word of Memucan. Then he sent letters to all the king's provinces, to each province in its own script, and to every people in... Hi, Kaios. How are you tonight? Let me see. Mark 12:30-31. And you must love the Lord your God with all your heart, all your soul, all your mind, and all your strength. Amen. Second is equally important. Love your neighbor as yourself. Yes, so true. Love God and love people. I'm just going to finish this first chapter of Esther. Then he sent letters to all the king's provinces, to each province in its own script, and to every people in their own language, that each man should be master in his own house and speak in the language of his own people. And that was Esther chapter 1. We carry on to chapter 2. Let's see. I think I'm actually going to go ahead and close off the other stream.